y'all? Bill Hole, Princess OPD, welcome. Appreciate you guys coming in, guys. It's been a while since my last read. I'll go ahead and wait and get a few more people up in here. How you guys doing? ¿Qué pasó, car thief? Just over here at the Railroad Park. Ready to do another one here. It's the Images of America. Polyglocks. Welcome in, brother. Appreciate you guys coming in here, man. I'm hoping to get this first chapter done. I know there ain't many chapters in this one here, like the last book. One I had about woodcocks. There's only 5 chapters in here. And there's an index of cemetery locations here. Without further ado, we'll go ahead and get right into it. Says, throughout the ages, humans have had a need to mark the time and place when and where people make the final stop on their journey from this world to the next. Sometimes the marker is a simple cross on rock-covered earth. At other times, it is an elaborate tombstone that tells something of the individual's life. Early graves were placed close together without regard to religion, fraternal association, or nationality. But as urban areas grew, people became more picky about whom they did the final big sleepover with. One commonality across these disparate groups is the observance of rituals that are supposed to ward off evil spirits and guarantee the deceased a safe journey to heaven. The tombstones might be simple wooden crosses with inscriptions and structures richly covered with symbolism. Some rituals, the firing of guns, the ringing of funeral bells, the wailing of chants, are intended to scare away other ghosts. In many cemeteries, graves are oriented so that bodies lie with their heads to the west, a practice attributed to the belief that the final summons to judgment will come from the east. Yo, what's up, NCW Joker? What's up, brother? Hey, I appreciate you coming in, man. Appreciate everybody. Yeah, I'm just doing this read of Images of America, Southern Arizona Cemeteries. Which we'll go ahead and get started on the first chapter here. This one is called Babyland. Okay. There are a few things as poignant as a tiny tombstone marking the death of a child whose time on earth is measured in just a few minutes or a few years. Children's tombstones often speak of angels called to heaven. Sometimes angels are used for comfort and to show protection. Lambs imparting the innocence of children are often found on graves. Family photographs may be taken with the deceased. Customs surrounding the burial of children in southern Arizona are especially influenced by the Mexican Day of the Dead celebrations. On October 31st, families welcome the souls of the deceased back to Earth for one day. Their graves are decorated with flowers, fruits, and in the case of children, toys. For 3 years after the death of a child, the godparents decorate arches over the graves in the belief that the soul enters eternity through arches. The church bells ring, calling children's souls and the living relatives, and incense provides an aroma to guide the returning spirits. Okay. Oh man, I'm sorry. Sorry to hear that, Joker. It's very sad to lose a loved one, especially when it's a baby, you know. They haven't got the chance to live their full life. Pioneer families like Leonardo Romero's often had portraits, like this 1890 photograph, taken with the deceased person from left to right to Feliciano Librata, Isidro kneeling, Leonard Jr., Diego Ramona, three unidentified people, Leonardo Sr., and two unidentified children. With the advent of photography, memories could finally be made tangible. Yeah, man. That, yeah, it does. I'm sure it does, man. The death of a young mother and her 1-month-old infant daughter is all the more heart-rending when one considers that she is buried in the Pima County Indigent Cemetery. Harriet Davis died on February 15th, 1876. She was 27 years old when she died, but her birth date is not known. She and her daughter were originally buried in Tucson's downtown cemetery. Eat your broccoli! Alright. Edith Bessie Riggs was born into a prominent southeastern Arizona ranching family, but she spent barely more than a year on this earth. The daughter of Swedish immigrants, she was born on August 2nd, 1884, and died on August 9th, 1885. At the time, there was little in the way of medical assistance when anyone, especially a child, became sick or hurt on the frontier. Sorry guys, if you guys can't hear me, I'm trying to speak as loud as I can. I got the wind blowing right at me, so. Christian Keith Ongley's grave marker says it all. Born on October 2nd, 1996. He died on October 4th, 1996. His grave, located in Tucson's Evergreen Cemetery, is decorated with a baby picture, several toy cars, and of course an innocent lamb. I don't know if I have any mods in here. I think, yeah, I have Ben and Joker. If you guys want to drop some links, you guys can while I'm reading it out. I'm going to try and get this in because the wind's starting to pick up here a little bit. Alright. There's no name on this grave, but a wonderful verse appears on a tiny marker. If tears could build a stairway and thoughts a memory lane, I'd walk right up to heaven and bring you home again. Little Luis Andre Ortiz Ramos will not lack for toys with his cars, teddy bears, and angel pointing toward heaven. While clutching a stuffed dog, he was born on December 21st, 1998, and died on December 30th, 1998, and is buried in the Nogales Nogales Cemetery. Sorry, guys. Don Jack Hahn, buried in Tucson's Evergreen Cemetery, was born in Tucson on July 9th, 1901, and died on March 25th, 1914. His tombstone includes a number of Chinese characters. Eugene Jeannie Mark Jacobs, the son of B.M. and Henrietta Jacobs, was born June 19th, 1880, and died November 27th, 1885. He's buried in Tucson's Evergreen Cemetery. Headstones of vets to prove some up while we take a smoke. Hey, yeah, that's definitely awesome, Ben. That's a way to be. Even though we don't know these people, that it's only right to help clean up. Even though some people neglect to help clean it up. Okay. Chase Matthew Nuzo, son of Amanda Joyce Nuzo, died on December 3rd, 2003 in Tucson. Chase has a wonderful playground grave marker in Sunset Cemetery in Wilcox. He was survived by his mother and a twin brother, Logan. The inscription of Francine Kane's grave marker reads, "How many hopes lie buried here," which reflected the family's deep loss. Besides the Lamb of Innocence, ferns adorn her tombstone. Ferns which grow deep in the forest are only found by those who have honestly searched. Dominique Natty Jones, born on December 21st, 1991, died of appendicitis on May 4th, 2001. She's buried in the Arivaca Cemetery. Her stone's inscription is a verse from Jesus Loves the Little Children. As one can only imagine the grief of the Mariscal family who lost two young children in a year. A daughter, Julita, died in 1924, and their son, Raul, died in 1925. The children are buried in a common grave in Tucson's Evergreen Cemetery. Marguerite Evans' birthday is not known, but she died in Tucson on August 30th, 1900, at the age of 11 years and 5 months. Her elegant tombstone in Evergreen Cemetery has an inscribed scroll and a lily of the valley decoration. The lily of the valley, one of the first flowers to bloom in the spring, symbolizes both renewal and the resurrection of Christ. The children buried in the Nogales Cemetery has everything, including a house where he can rest and where offerings can be made. The Mexican-American practice of decorating grave sites has roots in the belief that time is a never-ending cycle of life and death. I'm going to go ahead and do chapter 2 here, guys. Should I do chapter 2 or should I just wait until tomorrow? I'll go ahead and do chapter 2 here since it's just a. This one is called Potter's Field. The term Potter's Field dates from the biblical story of Judas Iscariot and his 30 pieces of silver, which he returned to the temple, and since it was blood money, the priests used to purchase land owned by a potter. The term was also used in use in ancient Greece according to the book Ceramicus Redivivus. The early Iron Age potters filled in the area of classical Athenian Agora by John K. Papadopoulos. Well, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and do chapter 2 tomorrow because the wind's kind of picking up a little bit. I don't know if it'll start raining here. I don't want to get rained on when I head home. Every county in Arizona provides for burial of the dead who have no funds or family to pay funeral expenses. Many are simply buried in a city cemetery, but Pima County has a special cemetery for the indigent that is operated by the county's public fiduciary. The indigent cemetery began in 1907, the same time as Evergreen Cemetery. For many years, Evergreen took care of burying the indigent. But not forgotten. The Pima County Indigent Cemetery is located on the western corner of Evergreen Cemetery in Tucson. Small cacti near the graves are wrapped in black veils as if the desert vegetation mourns the loss. This three-paneled rustic steel sculpture created by local artist Ray Rizzo was installed in 2013. One panel depicts a dove with an olive branch, the second reads "Gone but not forgotten," and the third has a saguaro. Many of the graves are marked John Doe or Jane Doe. John Brackett Allen was born in Maine on October 22, 1818. He died in Tucson on June 13, 1899. After his education in Boston schools, the lure of gold brought him to California, then to Arizona in 1857. 1 year later, he was baking and selling apple pies that earned him the nickname Pie Allen. He sold the pies to soldiers for $1, and many a soldier was known to eat the whole pie in one sitting. Following the Silver Strike in Tombstone, Arizona, Allen served as mayor of Tucson from 1875 to 1877. During which time he used prison inmates to implement the city's first street sweeping program. He was elected to the Arizona legislature in 1867. 1870, Allen opened a store. He introduced the first honeybees to Arizona in 1877. Allen opened a store in the fall of 1878 at Gert's Camp on the bank of the nearby San Pedro River. He operated a mercantile business in a canvas tent at Millville and served as Millville's first and only postmaster. In the summer of 1879, Allen abandoned his store at Gert's Camp and moved to Tombstone, establishing a new store with an adjacent blacksmith and stable. He started a mercantile outlet at Bisbee in late 1880. In 1881, the 63-year-old Allen proposed marriage to Lola Tapia. The girl's mother agreed to the union on the condition that Lola remain in the convent. The marriage took place, and Lola remained at the convent until she gave birth to a daughter. In 1891, Allen was granted a divorce. Allen sank into poverty in Tucson, where he died on June 13, 1899, after surgery for facial cancer. Hey, let's go Dodgers. Welcome in. I appreciate you jumping in here, man. That's we have Evergreen Cemetery in Los Angeles as well. Once a year they bury all his bodies. They would that's seared not claimed. I do not know how long they wait for someone to claim. Friends in code. ¿Qué pasó, amigo? Maria Campbell, wife of John Hart, died in Tucson on June 4th, 1880. Her birthday is not known, but she was only 27 years old. Her tall obelisk-like grave marker is decorated with a thistle. The thistle is a favorite among those from Scotland, befitting a lass with the name of Campbell. You guys can hear that thunder. It's getting close. We'll finish this one up, and then I'm going to go ahead and close it out here, guys. Neither the birthday nor the death date of Pearl Artist is known. Her husband, J.I.L. Artist, would have been a member of the Woodmen of the World, as reflected in her tree stone. Pearl's grave is adorned with a flying dove and an invitation saying, "Come." Hey, the Gilbert bystander, what's up? Art, oh, ain't that ironic? Here we go, look, check this out. Art C. Gilbert's tree stone is inscribed with the Latin words Dum Tacet Clamat, meaning though silent he speaks. Gilbert was born April 16th, 1876 in Oregon and died in Tucson on September 3rd, 1906 of tuberculosis. At the time of his death, he was married and had worked as a blacksmith. There appears to be a faint image of an anvil on his stone. Man, welcome everybody. You guys hit that like button, please. Thank you. Appreciate you guys coming in. Madison Harvey Bear was born on October 14th, 1845, and died on December 26, 1882, in Cochise County. Bear enlisted in the Confederate Army on April 18th, 1861, as a private in Company H, 10th Virginia Infantry. He was a prisoner at Fort Delaware, but was paroled at the end of the war when he took the oath of allegiance to the United States and mustered out on June 15, 1865. The clasping hands may represent a heavenly welcome or an earthly farewell. Jeffrey G. Wow, I will look for that. Interesting. Oh, thanks, guys. Man, it's awesome, man. Yeah, the All-Stars are all in here. All right. Jefferson G. Dowdle was born in Kentucky on July 7th, 1860, and died of tuberculosis in Tucson on June 23rd, 1902. He was living in Colorado and working as a bartender when he contracted tuberculosis in 1889. He sought help for the disease by moving to the warm, dry Arizona territory. He settled in Tucson, where he continued to work in the saloon business. Dowdle died on June 23, 1902, at his home at 77 East Alameda Street in Tucson. He was 42 years old when he died. John Leroy Rawls was born on November 21st, 1885, in Gwinnett, Oklahoma. Most of his time in Arizona was spent as a farmhand in the Phoenix area. On Tuesday evening, November 29, 1938, while attempting a Hoppy train traveling along the tracks of Tucson, Rawls fell and was killed. He was survived by his wife, Hattie. He died during the Great Depression, and Rawls' family was going through hard times. Leroy rode the rails looking for work so that his family could eat and lost his life in the process. Man, it's very unfortunate, man. During those times, they had the Great Depression, and people were out looking for places to live and didn't have no jobs or nothing. You can only imagine the hardship these people felt. William H. Gray, a native of Chasewater, Cornwall, England, was born on May 28, 1842. He died in Tucson on March 15, 1883. Caroline Anke was born on July 17, 1821 in Germany. She died on February 2nd, 1895 at the age of 74. The varied nationalities of the deceased reflect the diversity of immigrants to southern Arizona. As you can see there, it's got a little crack at the top. Sylvester Owens was born on January 24th, 1833 in New York City. He died on April 14th, 1907 in Tucson. Owens, a liquor dealer, died of gangrene in St. Mary's Hospital. This tombstone has sunk into the soil so deeply that nothing more than the names and birth and death dates of Mabel and Brownie, presumably siblings, are visible. Look at that, guys. That's crazy. Hey, Guitar Shocker, welcome in. All right, Joker. Hey, I appreciate you coming in, man. That really means a lot. Yeah, that's just, man, just sinking into the soil like that. That's just crazy. Cavity Alexander was born in 1910. He spent the most of his life in Tucson and gained a reputation as a local drunk who had numerous run-ins with the police. When he was sober, Alexander worked as a laborer. On March 10th, 1958, his body was discovered in the 4200 block of North Oracle Road in Tucson. An autopsy revealed that he had died of acute alcoholism and exposure to the elements. It's quite the name there, Cavity. Samuel E. Rose's gravestone is falling into terrible disrepair. He was born on September 5th, 1860 to Miss E.W. Dobbs in Crawford County, Pennsylvania. He died in Tucson. In April 21st, 1883. All right. Go ahead and hit that like button, guys. If you guys haven't already. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you guys very much. John Burt was 56 years old when he died in Tucson on November 17th, 1880. Hey, Matthew King. Welcome, brother. Welcome, everybody. I appreciate all of you guys, man. Frank H. Weston was 35 years old and had lived in Tucson for about 1 year when he contracted typhoid fever and died in St. Mary's Hospital on January 10, 1901. He was single and listed his occupation as draughtsman, and his birthplace is San Francisco. Captain B.B. Rogers' birthday is unknown. However, he was a native of New York and had a military affiliation. He died in Tucson in 1884 at age 63. Okay. Lo Ing died March 21st, 1956, born on April 18th, 1880 in California. He had moved to Tucson, Arizona in 1925 and lived there with his wife, working as an herb doctor. On March 21st, 1956, Ing slipped and fell, striking his head. The fall caused a hemorrhage which led to his death. An autopsy revealed that Ing had a perforated gastric ulcer and cancer. Damn. Just to, to die like that, and then just on top of that, and you have perforated gastric ulcer and cancer. Jeez. Sierra, welcome in. Sierra Perkins, thank you. Thank you for coming in. Let's go ahead and hit that like button, guys. Appreciate y'all very much. This marker is a flat piece of marble with only Chinese characters. The man's name is G or G. Gi or G. And he is from the district of Taishan or Tucson in the Pearl River Delta area of southern China. In the early days of Chinese immigration to the United States, about 70% of the arriving Chinese came from that area. The Chinese put the word grave on the tombstones. Samuel C. Whipple was born on May 7, 1821 in Rhode Island and died on July 6, 1880 in Tucson. He enlisted as a private in Downeyville, California on November 9, 1864 and was mustered into Company K, 7th California Infantry on November 21st. He was posted to Fort McDowell, Arizona Territory, where he was mustered out on March 19, 1866 by Special Order Number 18. Now, mustered out, I'm not sure what that means. If you guys can let me know what that means. I'm not sure what that means, but I think I have an idea. I think it might have been, when they're saying mustered, it means discharged or honorably discharged, or maybe. I'm not sure. We do not know R.M. Aldridge's birth date, but according to the gravestone, he was 56 years old when he died on August 28, 1897. Another grave marker of an unidentified individual sinks into eternity. That is crazy, guys. Look at that. That's the second one I've seen here that sink like that. Oh, man. Charles Martin Luther Moe's tombstone, decorated with lovely lilies of the valley, was provided by his mother. Moe was born on August 28, 1873 in Brookville, Indiana, and died on February 4, 1907. When he contracted tuberculosis in 1904, he came to the Arizona Territory in hopes that the warm, dry climate would be good for his condition. His health deteriorated rapidly, and he checked into St. Mary's Hospital on February 2, 1907, and died two days later. Okay. All right, I got you. I knew that's probably what that meant. All right. We got the last page for this chapter, and here it shows Peter Kudis, born in Kefalonia, Greece, in 1890 and died in Tucson in 1943. Hey, thanks. Let's go Dodgers. I appreciate that, brother. But tomorrow we will be doing chapter 3 and 4 and 5 the next day. Or who knows? We might do them all tomorrow, since there's only 5 chapters in here, guys. But yeah, we're on chapter 3. We just did chapter 1 and 2 of the Southern Arizona cemeteries. And this picture here, this is from the yeah, let's go Dodgers. Yeah, that was me. I changed my name a few times, but I'm sticking with Jose G. That's gonna be it. It says on the cover, a a woman clasping a cross and holding a crown of thorns adorns the grave of Eloisa Durazo, 1862 to 1911, in Holy Hope Cemetery in Tucson, Arizona, courtesy of the author. And the author is Jane Apinga. Hey, yeah, it's a little bit of history, guys, just to show a little perspective on different things here in Arizona. Um, they do have several of these Images of America books there at the library, which I really enjoy. Yeah, I went there yesterday and I grabbed a book and I grabbed a movie, and decided to come over here today to do a quick read. But I appreciate all of you guys that came in and that come by and support my channel any way you can, even if it's just for a minute or a couple of minutes, dropping a comment, leaving a like, or if you guys have something to do. Hey Gio, welcome in, brother. If you want, man, I will be setting this video to public after I get done here, so you can go back and watch it. It won't be set on private, so it's not anything that I want to keep private. It's history of some of the graves and places here and cemeteries in Arizona, which I appreciate all of you guys, man. You guys got all the thumbs up to 19, man. That's pretty awesome. If you guys want to drop each other's links, if you guys aren't connected to each other, go ahead and do that. I'll give you guys a couple of minutes. If you guys have any questions or anything, just let me know. I'm just gonna get my electrical cord back in my bag here. Luckily it didn't rain today, guys. I'm surprised because I was looking up towards the Dos Cabezas Mountains and no, actually no, not yet. It's raining. It's getting there. Yeah, this is off towards the this is the Dos Cabezas Mountains right up over here. But this is the looks like it might be towards the Kansas settlement area right here. And yeah, it's right above. Right? Oh, the other day it rained quite a bit, but it didn't rain as long as I wanted it to. Yeah. Ben, where do you live? Or do you live in if I remember correctly, I think it's North Dakota. I think. Oh, definitely, man. It's if you guys have been checking out the weather all over the world, man. It's just crazy, like just ridiculous heat everywhere. Yeah, and eat your broccoli. Yeah, it's all over. That heat wave is all over. Not just here, but yeah, man, it's just crazy. There was a video that I had posted. It showed a UPS driver that had collapsed delivering a package to someone's house on a Ring doorbell camera, and yeah, it's that the heat's just getting out of hand. Hey, Al SoCal, my brother, what's up, homie? Yeah, man, it's just the heat is just terrible, guys. That's why I can't stress enough. I brought this bottle of water with me. I thought it was gonna be extra hot over here, but luckily I got some cloud coverage and it stayed cool. Go ahead, hit that like button. Don't forget, guys. Hey, did you find it, Gilbert Bystander? Did you find anything out about that chick, the one that pushed you over off the wall? That shit sucks, bro. You, you know what? If I was you, I'd get a copy of that screenshot and put that picture up everywhere. I would. Oh man, that fucking blows, dude. Yeah, that sucks, bro. These are fucking people, man. They can't fucking just have fun and enjoy it. They gotta all go out and be stupid or whatever. And it's just stupid, man. Just people don't know how to act when they go out in public drinking. They always go out, and they have a bad attitude or something before they go out, and then they start taking it out on everybody that's around them. Yeah, yeah, dude. You gotta drive that bike too, so you gotta have both hands on it. Unless you can drive one-handed, but I wouldn't risk it. Okay, guys. Um, this Jose G out here at the historic Railroad Avenue Park, right here on Railroad Avenue. Yeah, man. If you can still do it, man, that's more power to you. But if you can't, dude, don't push yourself, man. Shit. But I appreciate all of you guys. If you guys haven't hit that like button, hit it on the way out, please. I appreciate you guys. Until tomorrow, I will be continuing chapter 3 on cemeteries in southern Arizona. And you guys stay safe out there, man. Much love to everybody. Appreciate the support. This is Jose G over here in historic Railroad Avenue, guys.